Mostly known as Farmer Nelson. My name is Don. We actually live in Litchfield, Minnesota, and we've lived on this farm for over 30 years. And we started a pumpkin festival farm about 21 years ago. It originally started when we started doing school field trips. One year I decided to grow some pumpkins for the kids so they could experience picking them in the field. And when they were out picking them in the field, some neighbors showed up and said, "We'd like to get some pumpkins too." And I said, "These are really for the kids," but I let them have some, of course. And then next year I had to raise some more. So they'd come out and we started selling a few to neighbors and friends and relatives. And then all of a sudden they said, "Well, you've got these goats back of the barn. Could we go pet your goats?" I said, "Sure, go pet the goats in back of the barn." So that's kind of how it started. And then we had the fall, we actually had the pumpkins out in the field, and they'd all noticed that we had a wagon. So they would say, "Well, you've got this wagon over here, could you bring us out to the field to get our pumpkins?" I said, "Sure, hop on the wagon, we're going to go and see the pumpkins." And then they said, "Well, you didn't have any food out here." So my wife started making popcorn balls, and then we started adding a few things. That's how our pumpkin festival started. We generally do 5, 6, 7 weekends in the fall, depending on when Halloween comes in. If it comes in the middle of the week, it changes the number of weekends we do. This year it worked out perfect to do 6 weekends. We have special events. We have Food Shelf Weekend. If you bring some product out for Food Shelf, which is needed all over Minnesota, of course. Then we have Pumpkin Painting Contest, which is going on this weekend. Last weekend we had a corn stalk creating contest. This year we're adding a carving contest. Some of the events that we have on the farm kind of unique. We have 3 kinds of golf. We have Frisbee golf, which is people pretty much know about. We have miniature golf up back in our little apple orchard. The only place you'll ever play corncob golf is probably on the Nelson farm, or one person called from Illinois and wanted to learn how to make corncob golf, so we told them. We have different things set up, and you throw corn cobs, and if you get a hole in one, you get some pumpkins on the farm.
Ready, 3,
2, 1.
Our trebuchet on our farm, we call it the Pumpkin Chucker Flinger Thinger. That started with our son going to college. One of his roommates actually had his father build a trebuchet, a short model of one, when he was in high school. And because of that experience, he wanted to build a bigger one. So my son says, "Well, I think my dad would be interested for his pumpkin farm." Of course I was. And so they came out to the farm and built it one year. If you don't know what a trebuchet is, it's a 12th century war siege machine used to knock castles down with a long time ago, and they became obsolete when the Chinese invented gunpowder. So we have fun shooting our Pumpkin Chucker Flinger Thinger, and we shoot bowling balls and pumpkins most of the time.
Today we are just out here to have some fun. We went through the corn maze, played on the trikes, went on the little tractor, went through the maze thing, the straw maze.
Invite people to come and visit us anytime they would like to come to Litchfield, Minnesota. We do have a website, very simple one. We have our website, it's nelsonfarm.com. If you look up on our website, you'll see some of these events that we do, and we change them every year and add some new events too.